In this video, we will discuss about Jordan Spieth's RV. But first, subscribe to our channel for latest updates and videos. Let's start now. The location of each of the Jordan Spieth's 3 most recent tournaments has been on an island: Bahamas, Maui, Oahu. Spieth was questioned at length on his newest piece of equipment after he opened with a 6 under 64 on Thursday at the Sony Open in Hawaii with an all-around solid effort at Valley Country Club. This was despite the fact that his fortunes in the aforementioned stretch have absolutely nothing to do with his newest piece of equipment. He invested in an RV. Yes, the Speith family is now one of the many PGA Tour players who travel from tournament to tournament in a motorhome. Other players who do this include Davis Love III, Bubba Watson, and Jason Day. The 3-time major champion finally showed his true form in the CJ Cup, which was held in South Carolina, where he tied for 52nd place. The first game wasn't very impressive, but who knows how much the convenience factor will improve his skill in the future. Not that golf played a significant role in his decision to complete the deal in the first place. Just glamping, slumming it. Spieth said after a round that had 7 birdies and 1 bogey and was really the subtext to the theme of what rubber is hitting the road when the tour returns to the continental United States, that it should be a lot of fun. Spieth's round included 1 bogey and 7 birdies. The reason was basically to have a home while we were traveling. Got the same mattress I have at home, and we will leave a lot of Sammy's stuff on the bus. As a result, we won't have to pack a whole lot, and we'll be able to ride on it a lot in between events, given the way the West Coast swing, and especially the Florida swing. Annie Spieth, according to the Jordan Spieth, had wanted one for a while, which is what really got them to the true heart of the choice, which Spieth referred to as not a trivial purchase. He refused to comment on how significant the issue was or reveal its parameters. I didn't really want one prior to Sammy, but it was just a matter of if the perfect one came at the right time, and it did this past fall, she said. It was just a matter of if the perfect one came at the right time. There are perhaps a dozen tour players who bring their families along in an RV when they travel, but Spieth pointed out that 4 of them went to LIV, including Watson, and sold theirs because it's hard to go Saudi to Chicago in a 2-week stretch in an RV. Watson was one of the players Spieth was referring to. The good-natured Texan continued. Annie is trying to get a lot of our friends out here to do it. So we'll see in the next several years if it works or not. In case you were curious, because we certainly were, Spieth has not yet gotten behind the wheel of the vehicle. He hired a driver, one who had previous experience working for owners of the tour RVs. But he is starting to get more open to the concept. I plan on driving it on an open road stretch at some point, when it's not pulling out of Phoenix and not into LA, but maybe switch and do like an hour just because it would be fun, he said. I don't know when that will be, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm a dad now. If someone wants me to honk, then I will honk. Spieth barely had a chance to toot his own horn about a round that included hitting 15 or 18 greens in regulation and a strokes gained putting performance that ranked 5th in the early wave at 3.319. This discussion was taking place in the midst of a situation that would make the character of the Randy Kyatt's cousin Addy envious. Spieth hit 15 or 18 greens in regulation. Even though he only managed to hit 7 of the Valley's primarily dogleg fairways, he was satisfied with his performance in the driving golf division portion of his game. He explained it in a roundabout way, but he said that the quick start, which put him tied atop the leaderboard with Chris Kirk, was a confidence builder in comparison to the other early season rounds in which the score might have been acceptable. But the method in which he achieved it was a bit suspect. This put him in a tie for first place with Chris Kirk. What I'll say is I'm confident relative to the other time periods I've been off to similar starts, which is a really good place to be, said the 12-time tour winner, who is coming up a T13 last week at the Century Tournament of Champions at the Kapoola Resort, despite a cracked driver on the eve of the event and some mental blunders that were still bugging him. The Century Tournament of Champions at Kapoola Resort was held at the Kapoola Resort. I believe that I'm capable of shooting 5 or 6 under on each of these days. To be completely honest, there have been other times when I've been sitting there thinking, how do I keep this shit together? I'm not saying that this indicates that it will happen, but there have been other times when I have thought of this. Seriously. I have the impression that I forgot a few things, but other than that, today was a lot of fun for me. After that, he went back to his room at the hotel, slumming it. This is it for today's video. Subscribe to our channel to watch more amazing and interesting videos like this.